how to know what you want to do in life so that you can transform your life. Now, the answer to this is very simple. It's all about having a strong vision. What is up, gang? Elizabeth Otis here with Be Live, and today we are going to be talking about exactly that. Now, if you are new here on this channel, we are all about designing a life of fulfillment through conscious creation. So if you are new here and you about that life, make sure you smash that subscribe button with the bell notification because I am bringing juice to you all the time. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right in. So if the question is, how do I know what I want to do in life so that I can transform my life? And the answer is simply having a strong vision. The deeper question then becomes, how do I have a strong vision, right? And I will say this, like before I even dive in any deeper into this, if you haven't already identified what your purpose is, or at least have a sense of what your purpose is, go ahead and watch this video right here. I created a video on how to identify what your purpose is. And if nothing pops up, because I'm not that tech savvy, it's also going to be in the description. But anyway, so once you at least have a sense of what your purpose is, you have a strong vision by starting with the end in mind. And I know it's like, that sounds crazy because it's like, okay, Liz, I just asked you, how do I transform my life? How do I know what I want to do in life? How do I start with the end in mind? Like, I don't even know how to get there, right? So you get down to a meditative state. I'm not saying you have to go and meditate, but you want to get down to a way where your brain is operating in theta-based waves, because that's what allows you to tap into your source energy. That's what allows you to tap into who you truly are. And you can do that usually through going for a drive, anything that gets you on autopilot mode and allows you to freely think, usually going for a drive, meditating. If you want me to make a video on how to access theta brainwaves, go ahead and drop that in the comments. But anyways, you know who you truly are when you're in a grounded state and you know what you truly want, right? So even though you might not know the particular pathway to take, you at least know what you want. So you start with the end in mind by envisioning what your dream life would look like based around your sense of purpose. So we're going to use apples for an example. Say you just love apples. You don't know what it is about apples you want to be involved with, but you just know, like, I feel called to work with apples, baby. And so when you envision your dream life, you want to make it very psychosomatic. And so you go into your dream life, and of course, like, what does it look like for you? That's part of the vision, right? So it's like, what does it look like? I'm getting all over the place. What does it look like? You don't have to get like super into detail. I know they say a lot like, know what you want in detail, which we will make a separate video for that. But if you are right now the type of person who is just super overwhelmed, don't know what they really want in life, and are just simply trying to first find out what that is so that you can truly start transforming it, just go very general. Be like, okay, I wake up, I do this is my perfect life. I wake up, I see my team, I walk the dogs. Whatever the perfect life would be for you, you want to envision that, and then take note of, like, what am I doing throughout the day? Who am I interacting with? Because it's the fundamentals of what you're, and not just the day, you want to go over the week, the year, just the overall life. And then once you really gain clarity of what you want in that, look for the fundamentals in that. So it's based upon apples. But what was I doing all day, all week, all year with apples? Oh, I was teaching people about them. I was selling them. I was forming a team to help sell them. So I must want to do something business with apples. Or if it was someone who was like, oh, I woke up and I went out to my team and we made a song about apples, and then we went out to the Tanner's Apple Orchard, and we ukuleled some made a song about apples. Oh, maybe I'm just super passionate about apples and I just want to make music about apples. So it's like, no, it's really very, very weird example. I know when I'm on the fly, I think of weird examples, but you're kind of getting the picture. So it's like, once you envision your perfect dream life, look for the fundamentals of what you did throughout the day, because success leaves clues. That's going to show you exactly what you were doing, what you feel, what your subconscious and what your core knows about you, knows what you came here for. And it's going to reveal to you when you visualize what your dream life would be. So look for the fundamentals in what you do, because that's going to guide you into like what path that would be. So once you know what path you should be taking, at least some guide into that direction, it's like, how do I truly transform my life into that, right? So if our perception, going back to quantum physics and neurology, if our inner reality, the law of correspondence teaches us that our outer reality is a reflection of our inner reality. Quantum physics teaches us that there's no such thing as time, really. It's just a matter of linking up to certain realities. And you link up, and neurology teaches us that you link up to those realities through our programming, through the way our neurons are shaped and programmed. We want to do something that shapes our neurons and our programming, right? So that we can link up to what quantum physics teaches us, as that there's really no time. It's just a matter of linking up to that reality. So how do we link up to the reality? All right. How do we program our neurons? There's many ways we can reprogram ourselves, but for the sake of this video, for the sake of having a strong vision, we are going to use visualization for this activity. So when you have your vision, when you identified what your dream life looks like, you do it. You've probably already started doing it, but you want to make it very psychosomatic. And if you don't know what that word means, it basically means that like whatever you're thinking, you're also feeling. So our brains, our conscious brains do, but our subconscious brain, being the motherboard, it also doesn't know what's real and what's not. It just knows all is now. There's no time to the subconscious brain. There's no real, there's no fake. It's just now is yes. That's how the subconscious brain works. So when we immerse ourselves in a psychosomatic situation, that is what is real to our subconscious brain. And since our subconscious brain is what is shaping our programming, we want to immerse ourselves in a psychosomatic situation that allows our brain to be programmed in a way that serves us, allows us to receive the reality that we're looking for, allows us to hook up to the reality that we just visualized. So going back to the visualization that you just had when you envisioned your dream life, it's like, okay, what does it look like? What does it smell like? Like, imagine you shaking the hands of the people, like so much that you can actually feel it. You can smell the experience. You can hear the crowd cheering. Whatever that experience is for you, it's very real to you. And most importantly, you're feeling. Like, don't just get your sensories involved. Like, your heart is, this is so complex. I'm not even going to go deep into it into this video, but very said simply, our heart is another sensory organ in itself. Like it's like a seventh sense. You talk about having a sixth sense, being like your intuition and stuff. Like your heart is like a seventh sense, and it has more electromagnetic. I can't even talk today. Your heart has more electromagnetic. I'm gonna just have to type it out. Electric magnetic fields. There we go. In it than any other part of your brain. And if everything is based off energy, and we go back to like the law of attraction, for example, our heart center is what's really going to cause the difference. So yes, like the sensory, blah, 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 it helps reprogram the subconscious brain, but it's like, what's the feeling? What is the feeling involved? So really get immersed into that feeling. And when you're visualizing that dream life, take note of what that feeling feels like and lock onto it, because the feeling is what is key. The feeling is what is going to allow you to really shift your program, to allow you to hook up to the experience you're trying to perceive. So I know we started this video off with not really knowing what we wanted in life, but once you gain clarity on what your purpose is, once you gain clarity on like how you want to overall be living, you just look for the fundamentals, because as time goes and as society changes, and as you grow as a person, the way you live out your purpose, the way you know what you want to do in life, the fundamental of it will always stay the same. So if you love helping people, no matter what you do, you'll always be helping people. But the way you express that as you grow, as time evolves, as society evolves, that's going to change in the route. So don't get so caught up in the route. Get caught up in what the fundamentals are and what you love doing, because that's going to be expressed in many ways. And then once you know what that is, begin to reprogram yourself and recondition yourself in a way that allows you to perceive it so that you actually can transform your life. And you can do that through many ways. One of the ways is having a psychosomatic situation with your visualization. So I want you guys to get the absolute most out of this. And so by that, I tagged my free Be Live checklist. It's a daily checklist. giving you the reminders of how to reprogram yourself, the things that allow you to reprogram yourself. And it's just a checklist, making sure you did it, along with some time saver techniques and tips, all in a packet for you guys. That's going to be available in the description. And it's off my website, elizabethotis.net, and it's the Be Live Daily Checklist. My video overheated and it shut the video off, so I'm just gonna have to edit this in. So I was basically just wrapping up with the Be Live checklist. I want you all to be very accountable. Hold yourself accountable by putting in the comments, this is what my vision is, this is what I got from the exercise, and this is what I'm now working towards. I love you guys so much. Go after your dreams. You're absolutely limitless. Anything is possible under following fundamental universal laws. And by those, we are so not limited. The world is ours. I love you guys so much. Comment down below. Hold yourself accountable. As always, dream big, live large, and be live. Bye.